Hello friends, in this video we will learn what is BigQuery, how to use it, how to access your BigQuery account from the external Java code by providing the credentials in the code, and the troubleshooting which you will face while creating the new project, while creating the schema or creating the CSV file. So initially let's sign in to your Google account. And the next or the first step is to create a new project. In the meantime, let me clear, BigQuery is not free. You have to verify your credit card before accessing BigQuery. But the price are very economical. First 1 TB will be free for all. And after that you have to pay $5 for 1 TB. 1 TB is not the space. 1 TB is the queries which you will access. BigQuery is very fast. Many people don't know what is BigQuery. Let me clear. BigQuery is a database in the Google Cloud which supports SQL. So friends, the services are really very good and fast because you can hit a query in 16 billion rows and it will give you the output in just 9 seconds. So we can imagine how much fast and economical as well, because for 2 cents you can take 1 GB space, and rest of the things we will see after creating a project. So first step is to create a project. Alright. Now we have successfully created a new project, and here is the ID. Before going further, let me discuss. If you want to access your BigQuery from the code, what are the benefits of the code? Let me tell you. A basic overview. You can declare the schema like this. These are the columns of your table, and if you will use the BigQuery, you have to set your schema every time you will upload a new table. But while using this Java code, you can set the schema, the table name, and you can keep uploading your new tables in one data set, and the data will be automatically merged. So you will know the importance of this code when I will explain this in depth, but now my concern is to tell you that you need these credentials while accessing your BigQuery: your dataset ID, your project ID which we already got, your secret key, and the account ID. So let's moving further. Click on the API manager from the left sidebar and then on credentials. To enhance the security, the Google developers created this security key. You have to provide the location of this security key when you will access your BigQuery account. And if you don't have this key in your physical location, you won't be able to access your BigQuery account. Although here is an option of providing the access to another user. From here you can assign permission to your co-worker or the employee of your company, and you can assign a role. If he will be a owner, he will have the same privileges which you have. If he is an editor, he can create the new data sets and delete the tables, but not the data sets. Now coming back to the BigQuery section. Now we got the project ID, the secret key, and we will get the dataset ID. when we will access our data set and we will create a new one. So moving further, here you will see the tab BigQuery. Click on that. Here are some also important things which you must know before coming to Google BigQuery. This is the billing scenario. After verifying your credit card detail, you can see how much they are charging. For 55 GB they charged $1.12, and for the long-term storage it is only 17 cents. So I'm using a BigQuery. I have uploaded more than 10 GB data on this Google BigQuery, but still the total charges of this month is only less than $2. So it is very affordable. Click on BigQuery. So now in this section you can create a new data set and give it a name. Let's give it demo, and the location, and I don't want my data to expire. Now we don't have any table here. Click on plus signature, and friends, here is the interface which Google BigQuery provides you. By using these functions you can upload the data in your data set. So let's create a demo data. Suppose I have 3 columns: date, name, age. Remember to save this file in CSV format because Google do not support the XLS extension. Demo.csv. Alright, we are done with this. Now coming back to BigQuery, choose a file to upload, select the location. And here you have to provide the table name, which is demo_123, and this is the schema which I was talking about. And if you will keep upload your monthly data or the thing like this, then you have to declare the schema every time you have to upload the file. You have to click many times. But if you will use this code, then you can save a lot of time, and you can also upload the compressed format of your data, which we'll talk about a bit later. Now here we have to declare the schema and the data type. And here is the thing which you need to understand. If you are uploading a new data, then you can click on this write if empty. But if you want to append your data, then do not click here, otherwise you will lose all your previous data, which this type of accident cannot happen with my code, because this will only embed your data with your existing data. So you can configure this code in your Eclipse program and you can save a lot of time, and there is very less chance of mistakes. Let's create our first table. So now the demo table has been successfully created, and here you can check your schema. If you are making new SQL queries, then you can check the column names from here, or you can take a preview. So let's make our first SQL query, and here we can also check how much fast it is. Let's remove the limit and you can check. It just took 1.8 seconds and loads all the data. Let's make it quite complicated. Select date. So this is the demo data, but when you will insert your big data in it, it is really fast, and you can get this data in the form of analytics, in the form of tables, and you can do a lot more things with the BigQuery. But this was the file whose size was only 14 KB, but when it comes to big data, the file size could be more than 100 MB. So what you can do, you can use the compressive format of the CSV file. For that we have this 7-zip manager. You can choose the location. You can convert your file into gzip, because Google Query BigQuery also supports this type of format, which reduce the size of the file up to 7 times. Now the size of the same file is in bytes. So if we can use this trick, so here we can make the same operation again. Now this time we are taking the file with the extension gz, which is the compressive format. The schema must be same, otherwise it will fail with the job. And friends, Google BigQuery has the best feature. If any file or schema will create any problem, the complete job will fail. It is not like that half of the data will be inserted or it will stop in between. So either it will create the full job, otherwise no data will go to BigQuery. Name, sorry, the date, name, age. And we already have the data in the table, so we will append this data. Now here we can see this type of query also works. Now we have the duplicate data because I have uploaded the same file. Now here you can check the result. So every row is duplicate. So now we are clear with the things, what is BigQuery, how to make SQL queries and upload the data. And now one more important thing, you will try to upload any file whose size will be more than 10 MB. Then you won't be able to select your file whose size will be greater than 10 MB. Then in that case, what you can do, you can upload your big file on Google Drive. Let me access my Google Drive. Suppose I already have files whose size was larger. Then you have to upload your file in Google Drive or in Google Cloud and create a shareable link. And you have to provide this link here. And the rest of the things you have to do the same to complete this job. And the data will be insert into a table in a Flash. So now let's come back to this code and let's understand how this code can help you. You have to import these packages, these APIs, and here you can declare the schema which we was doing manually again and again, the student ID, roll number, everything with the data type. Now another thing, if suppose you are having data, this is the CSV file. What is CSV? Comma separated. And suppose you have the names like this in your file, because if data is big, there is possibility of everything. So how Google will count this? Here after this column there will be one comma, and we have already one comma in this. So and there is another column. So Google will count as comma separated. If let's open this sheet, let's overwrite it and open the same in Notepad so that you can understand this problem quite clearly. So here we have 3 commas, means we want to insert in 3 columns, but here in this case this comma, because of this comma the table will be considered with 4 columns, which will fail the job because the schema which was declared was up to 3 columns. So how to fix this problem? We can do this with the help of code. So friends, to fix such problem, you can declare this set field delimiter, and you can separate your column in such format which cannot be duplicated. How you can convert your normal CSV to this? Let me tell you a trick. You can also make a code of it, but if you don't want to do that, you can use a text pad. Paste your Excel sheet here and use the F8 key, and you can select this space and you can separate this with such format. And now the problem comes with we do not have the double quotes here and at the last. So you can find the new lines and change it with single quote, then new line. Again we need a single quote. Now we are done with this. So we have a complete CSV file which we want. So we can save this. Into the file name, and the extension will be CSV. And we can upload such files if we have the comma in our file and we are getting filled with the jobs. So coming back to the code, and if you want my working code, then you can leave your email ID in the comment section below, and I will mail you this code and the steps by which you can configure this code in your Eclipse, and you can run it as the Java application, and your data will automatically upload. Here you have to make the basic changes. You need to provide your dataset ID, which we have just created, and the table ID, secret key, account name, and the project ID. So friends, you can get your secret key by opening it. So you can copy your secret key. This is the secret key. And after declaring the schema, providing the file path of the key, and you will get everything. I have mentioned everything into the braces, that what parameter will come where. And most important thing is you have to provide the file name which you want to upload, and here will be your file path where the file CSV or the csv.gzip file exists. You have to provide the location, and when you will run and configure it in your Eclipse, you will get such output. Your file will uploaded automatically. So this is all in the BigQuery. If you liked my video, then please subscribe my channel, and don't forget to like this video. And if you want my code, then you can mention your email ID in the comment below, and if you have any query, then also you can comment in the below section. Thank you for watching the video. Have a good day.